Goosebumps, those tiny, prickly bumps that pop up on your skin when you're cold, scared, or suddenly overwhelmed by a beautiful piece of music. Most of us experience them without a second thought, assuming they're just some leftover biological quirk from our furrier ancestors. But those little skin tremors might actually have a lot more going on under the surface. It turns out goosebumps are not only a part of your body's thermal defense team, they might also fine-tune your emotional awareness and even sharpen your senses. Basically, they're not useless at all. They're your body's way of saying, something important is happening. Pay attention. First, let's talk thermoregulation, the body's ongoing struggle to keep itself at the perfect temperature, no matter how uncooperative the weather or your office AC. Goosebumps are caused by tiny muscles at the base of each hair follicle called erector pili. When they contract, the hairs stand up and, in theory, trap a layer of insulating air close to the skin. On a bear or a chimpanzee, this would create a fluffier layer of warmth. On a human, not so much. Unless you're particularly hirsute, the insulation effect is minimal. But the mechanism is still intact, and it kicks in anytime your skin senses a drop in temperature. Goosebumps are essentially your body's version of throwing on a microscopic sweater, even if that sweater is made out of a couple dozen semi-invisible hairs. But goosebumps aren't just about staying warm. They also show up during moments of intense emotion: awe, fear, inspiration, nostalgia, what the Germans might call Sehnsucht, and the rest of us just call getting the chills. Why does a sad movie scene or a favorite song trigger a response usually reserved for a cold wind? One theory is that these emotional goosebumps serve to amplify our physical sensitivity in charged moments. The skin tightens, the hair follicles stand up, and in doing so, your body becomes hyper-alert to its surroundings. It's like your nervous system putting up a "do not disturb, I'm processing something profound" sign. This heightened state of awareness may also deepen the emotional experience itself. There's evidence that people who report getting goosebumps during music or film scenes are more emotionally attuned and open to deep aesthetic or empathic experiences. In other words, if you cry at the national anthem or tear up during nature documentaries, your goosebumps may be signaling a kind of neurological applause. Your body is literally giving a standing ovation to beauty, memory, or meaning. And let's not forget the role of fear. The classic hair standing on end sensation? That's a primal alarm system. When you're scared, your sympathetic nervous system goes into overdrive, preparing your body to fight, flee, or freeze. Goosebumps are a side effect of that mobilization. And if you were a wild animal with fur, this would make you look bigger and more intimidating. On modern humans, it mostly just signals to others that something's wrong, or that you're about to walk into a haunted house and instantly regret it. Still, goosebumps might have another trick up their sleeve. Some studies suggest that they can increase skin sensitivity very slightly, preparing you to react more quickly to changes in your environment. It's a small boost in the grand scheme of things, but in a world where reactions can mean survival or just avoiding the hot stove, that tiny edge counts. So no, goosebumps are not a useless evolutionary leftover. They're a multi-purpose tool in your physiological toolkit, part radiator, part radar, part applause meter. They respond to temperature shifts, emotional spikes, and primal fear with equal flair. They might not keep you warm anymore, and they won't scare off predators unless your arm hair is unusually majestic, but they're still doing important behind-the-scenes work. The next time you find yourself covered in goosebumps, whether it's because you walked into a cold room or heard a piece of music that absolutely destroyed your soul in the best way, don't shrug it off. That's your body syncing up with the moment. It's your inner thermostat, your mood amplifier, your flesh and blood signal booster saying, this is real. This matters. Feel it. And honestly, that's pretty cool.